How can I have a godly family? This is Erich Schoeman, clinical psychologist from Matters of the Soul, and this is part 4 in the series on how to build a godly family. You know, when we have families, since we're all imperfect people, we tend to sometimes hurt each other and cause pain and injure each other. And for us to really have a godly family, we need to repair the pain and repair the relationships. So knowing how to repair the relationships, though, that's where the key lies. It firstly starts with repairing your relationship with the Lord. But if you know you've caused injury to your family, whether it be, a nasty word you said or even an affair you've had, you need to first acknowledge your fault to the Lord and ask His forgiveness, and then turn to your family and then ask their forgiveness. But it needs to be done in a humble attitude. It's not that, oh, well, sorry, I said sorry. It's not that. And obviously you need to work at trying to prevent from repeating your mistakes. And you'll need to listen to other people and even validate their pain. Now, sometimes, it's not just us that's involved in the mistake. Sometimes other people are involved as a part of the mistake, or we reacted to something. But we need to know what our role is in the mistake. But we need to avoid to be the victim and to act in a blaming way. Because, if we don't take ownership, then we really can't change. But if we do, we can address our share of the problem and the other person's share. Because many a times it does take two people to have a fight. But we need to also figure out what our part of the problem is and what led us to act that way in the first place. Maybe there are some emotions that you didn't deal with effectively. Maybe there's something that you need that you just didn't communicate well. Or there are differences between you. Especially in a family, there can be lots of differences. So if you humbly talk and you discuss your share, and you firstly take responsibility for your share and you ask forgiveness for that, and you then describe what it is that's bothering you from what others have done, and you request some different behavior, that already is a good step forward. Now, if there are lots of unfinished business in the family with lots of heightened stress and fighting, then you'll need a counselor to guide you and facilitate this discussion. But it is always best to resolve and to work at resolving the problems rather than just ignoring them or making as if they didn't happen. Look at Zacchaeus in Luke 19 verse 8. You see a guy who did a lot of people a lot of harm. And Jesus invited him to spend time with him. And Zacchaeus was touched in his heart. And he was convicted. And he realized, I robbed a lot of people from money. And the verse says, meanwhile, Zacchaeus stood before the Lord and said, I will give half my wealth to the poor, Lord, and if I've cheated people on their taxes, I will give them back 4 times as much. So, he's going to give half of his money away, and then the rest, he's not going to have anything left. But that was the conviction of his heart and how much he wanted to please the Lord. And he realized his mistake and wanted to make it better. So that's one way to build a godly family, is to have a repetitive pattern of, once you've made a mistake, to quickly repent and ask forgiveness and try and do it sincerely. Yes, this is Erich Schoeman from Matters of the Soul. Go and check out our website, mattersofthesoul.org, for more, and please like, share and subscribe as you help the ministry that way. Yes, and look out for part 5. God bless.